Yes, the meaning of quarantine, as I was telling you, that this quarantine meaning is 40. This has come from a Italian word, from two words, quaranta and giorni. Adding two together, it has become quarantine. Let us understand the meaning of quarantine. Quarantine means 40. How many days?
40.
This word was used in 14th century. Just, I'm not going in details about all such things, but only for you to understand. And I'm going to correlate this quarantine time of this coronavirus with the Bible. The significance of this quarantine with the Bible, which is my main motive of giving you this teaching. Quarantine word was used in 14th century. Those days, when the ships were coming to Italian port, ships were coming from other countries. Those days, there was some epidemic diseases were there, like yellow fever, like some other epidemic like plague. All those things was there. So when the ships were coming from other port, before touching the Italian port, before unloading all the plants and animals and other human being and other cargo to the Italian port, it was mandatory that the ship has to be anchored for 40 days in the sea, somewhere not very close to the port, but it has to be anchored before it comes to the harbor, before it comes and touching the main port of Italy, and before it is unloading all those plants, animals, other cargo, even human being, unloading them to the port of Italy. So those ship has to be mandatory, has to be for quarantine for 40 days in the sea, anchored in the sea. Because scientifically, it was believed those days that for 40 days, if it is cut off from all other people, the cycle, the chain cycle of the virus, whether it is plague or whatever other, maybe other virus, even the yellow fever, other things, it will be broken down. The chain of the within these 40 days. How many days?
40 days.
How many days?
40 days.
So that 40 days was mandatory those days. Afterward, even USA also adopted the same policy when the plague and other things, other infectious disease were coming. The meaning of this quarantine is detention, keeping in isolation for those who are already infected or suspected to be infected. Suspected to be infected. Same thing is now happening now in this 21st century, in this modern world. As yesterday I was telling that though many government has started, doing a lot of big research, they were procuring nuclear bomb, they were procuring all destruction, destroying equipment for destroying the humanity, but they have not worked out on this particular virus. But from the day one, I'll come to this quarantine biblically connection, but again, let me tell you some of the truth. Not biblically, but from the secular world, because we are living in this present world. We know the things God has given me the opportunity to travel to so many countries and to understand even the government policies, even the hidden agendas of certain countries. Right from the day one, when this coronavirus was, started there in China, I have been telling, even my own daughter, I was telling to my wife, I was telling my own people, even I spoke to many people, even 2 days back, one of my very old friend from India, his name is Don. He called me over the phone and he told me, brother, pastor, can you let me know what about this coronavirus? I told it is a 100% conspiracy theory. It is a conspiracy from China. He was shocked. But yes, I tell you very openly, very boldly, right from the day one. Even today, I was speaking to my father-in-law, Dr. Datusri Dharmadas. Speaking to him, I told him, yes, this is a conspiracy theory, conspiracy done by China. Just for 1 or 2 minutes, beside our biblical teaching, I would like to draw your attention towards this economic system of the world. As the China always wanted to defeat America, because American military is more, they have got more resources, but the China never could achieve that target. So this was his conspiracy. Already it was pre-planned that they will do this kind of virus deliberately, intentionally, willfully in one of their city cutoff area, Wuhan city, whatever it may be, so that for some period of time, that only that particular area, the business, everything will be, crashed. For your information, during that time when when it started, the coronavirus started, very soon China has built up a big hospital, many multitudes, many hospitals in a very record time. I myself is a civil engineer. Basically, I'm an engineer. I can understand. I have done the work during the tsunami. We have made 10,000 houses also in the remote area. I understand the difficulties in building up in the construction work. But the China was fully prepared. They have built in a record time all hospitals. And in a very miraculous way, everybody was treated. And all the doctors, thousands of doctors were sent away from China in a very record span of time. Many foreigners, many Americans and many Europeans, those who are having huge number of investment in China, they become poor during that 1 or 2 months of this particular virus. So their investment has gone down. So they become poor because the investment has gone down. But see, this virus has traveled to so many countries. America, Europe, almost every part, in Italy, Germany, everywhere it has gone. But why this virus has not gone to Beijing? Why this virus has not gone to other part of China? It is something you have to understand that thing. Anyhow, it is a game plan to crash the economy of the world, and again to take more business in European country in cheaper rate, in America also in cheaper rate. And after this oil virus, all the thing is over, China will be having their own monopoly. Also, because we all know, I remember because many years back I had been to China, we were told that if they see Bible in your bag, you will be arrested. We were not allowed to take Bible, word of God in our hand. So China is an atheist country. Is an atheist. They don't believe in God. Similarly, the alliance of China is Russia. They also don't believe in God. I remember how difficult it was for us to plant one church there in China with a great difficulties. Now our churches have been grown up in China. But all the atheist countries, whether it is Russia, whether it is North Korea, there is no such pandemic is there. It is something to visualize, something to understand. Anyhow, let us understand the meaning of this quarantine time biblically. The 40 days. Quarantine means how many days?
40 days.
How many days?
40 days.
Glory to God. Hallelujah.